When it comes to the connection between Shanks and Saint Garling Figarland, we know very well how they are related. The Figarland family was first introduced in One Piece film Red, which was largely surrounding the character Shanks and his adopted daughter, Utah. It was announced that Shanks belonged to the Figarland family in this particular movie, and later on, they also got to see how the Roger pirates accidentally got Shanks inside a treasure chest after the events of God Valley. Later on, the manga connected God Valley to Figarland, who had attained the title of champion on this island. His children were with him in God Valley, and that's how Roger accidentally took Shanks with him, making him the apprentice of the future Pirate King. All these things are incredibly easy for the fans to figure out. If there was ever any doubt in the minds of the fans in regards to the true parentage of Shanks, despite all the obvious hints that Oda dropped, the design for Saint Garling Figarland all but sealed it. In the Kuma flashback, we got to see Saint Garling on the island of God Valley, and here his younger design was revealed to them. The design was identical to Shanks, but the only difference here was the hairstyle and the attire. Clearly, Garling is Shanks' dad, and we know that these two are going to have a deep connection that Oda will focus on later. As things stand, we don't truly know what Shanks and Garling think of each other. We don't even know if Shanks truly knows that Garling is his father. However, the fact that he was able to go inside Marijoa, speak to the elders, and at the same time had special arrangements made for him during the Paramount War suggests that he is well aware of his parentage and knows who his father is. This opens an even more exciting door for Shanks in the future. We know that if he is connected to this mysteriously powerful individual, then confrontation between them should happen, for better or for worse. It is quite easy for us to figure out why Shanks must fight Figarland. We know that Shanks is connected to Garling, which in itself is a big reason why these two characters must at the very least meet. Despite Garling being his dad, these two are on the opposite end of things, which means that they are not going to get along. Garling is a member of the Celestial Dragons. In fact, he is one of the most exalted ones, as he has been promoted to the rank of the 5 Elders. Meanwhile, Shanks is a pirate who in the eyes of Garling is lowly scum. Garling recently executed Mjosgard, and his ideology was pretty clear for the fans to see. Garling mentioned that if the Celestial Dragons sink to the level of scum, a label he gives to humans, then they become even worse. Clearly, this ideology will likely extend to Shanks as well, and that means he does not have a very high opinion of one of his children, which we know to be Shanks. Similarly, Shanks is likely not fond of Garling either. Shanks is a pirate who believes in freedom. He is Luffy's role model, and in many ways, just like him. Shanks is a ferocious pirate who respects and values his friend. Anyone who harms as much as a hair on his friends must pay for it. As such, Shanks believes in the freedom of pirates and treats everyone like his friend, while Garling is truly a disgusting individual. This is essentially the basis for these two characters to meet later down the line and fight. Of course, you might be wondering whether Garling is even going to engage Shanks in combat or not. After all, Garling was announced as the supreme commander of the God's Knights, who were revealed to be readying themselves for combat against the Revolutionary Army. While that certainly is true, things are slightly different now. Garling likely cannot maintain his position as the supreme commander of the God's Knights. Now that he has been promoted to 5 Elders, his responsibilities now include much bigger stuff. He is the godhead of science and defense, and York is placed directly under his supervision. Garling has bigger things to tend to, which means that the God's Knights were likely to get a new leader. Essentially, any chance of confrontation between Garling and Dragon is now dead, which means the Garling must fight someone else in the final saga. Clearly, the perfect person for Garling to battle in the final saga would be Shanks. We know Shanks to be very powerful and certainly someone who can fight against Garling. As to how and why these two characters will fight, the answer is quite easy. When the Great War begins, the pirates are going to lead a charge against the government. In the many amazing battles that we will get to see in this part of the story, Shanks is likely going to be involved as well. This is especially true because he's one of the strongest fighters in the entire series. Luffy is likely the one who's going to take down Emu. Meanwhile, Emu's underlings would need to be taken down as well. This is precisely where Shanks will play his role, and it is highly likely that he will confront Saint Garling Figarland and eventually take him down. Well, the video ends here, but I'd like to know your opinions, so make sure to let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, do give it a like and also subscribe to the channel. We'll meet again with another amazing video. Until then, goodbye.